Hey guys, so you might hear a loud truck driving by. Example, it'll be here, right? 3, 2, 1. We have a huge project going on outside. This is something that we've been waiting to do since we bought this place. Basically, there's a hill right behind our house because we are up on a hill, and there's a hill that was cut away to build the house however long ago it was built, and it wasn't finished behind the house. So there was just a steep cliff, like 3 feet of walking space, and then the house. And all of the trees and plants and vegetation that was growing on it started to grow into the house. There was no room to walk. There was no backyard. It's still there, but we're having it carved away so that we can have a slight backyard, so that we can have a bigger driveway and a bigger turnaround. And we found a really, really awesome company, and we love the guys that are out here working, and they have done so much in just today's the 3rd day that they've been here. They're gonna be here till Friday. And it's just absolutely incredible how much work they're able to get done with heavy machinery. When Zach and I were out there trying to work on it with just shovels and rakes, like 1 scoop of what they do with a tractor is what it would take us like hours to do. So this is amazing, and I'm so excited about it. I literally can't believe this is getting done, and it makes the whole yard look so different. This is like the really big first step that we're taking in making the property feel like us, and in a step into how it's going to look for the future. Like, we can start mapping things out now. Before we were doing this, we couldn't see it because we're just like, well, what about this big hill? The hill is still there, but it's a lot more like gentle slope now. It's probably pushed back like 6 feet more than it was. So what you're hearing is a skid steer. That's what that truck is. And then we also have a excavator over there digging away part of the property. We found a lot of things going on in this property. When you start digging, you start finding things. So anyway, we can talk about that the rest of the video. Today I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me, chatting with you guys, putting my makeup on, and I've kind of been doing a lot of more chatty videos lately. I'm not sorry. I don't think I need to be. I'm having a really good time filming these videos and getting a lot of things done while filming videos. I've been doing a lot of declutters. If you guys haven't seen, I'm gonna link them up here, but I've been doing so many declutter videos. Actually, at my feed is all of the makeup that you guys have seen me get rid of lately. It's still sitting here, but it'll definitely be gone through and donated very soon. And I am glad you guys are liking these videos. I'm loving filming them. And you guys also said you'd be really interested in like us having dinner together. And so I would love to do that every now and again. Just like a sit down and chat with me and eat dinner. Like nothing. And I'll maybe just like post for some topics you guys are interested in hearing me talk about, like on my Instagram. Nothing that has to do with like just makeup, but maybe it can be like things that I normally wouldn't talk about on my channel, not just motherhood or decluttering or makeup. Could be anything from like, what is your opinion on this video that was posted? Or like Kathleen, I was talking about, Kathleen has these videos where she's like, eat with me and chat. I love those videos, and I would love to film something like that. I am gonna do my makeup today, and through all of this, I've rediscovered some makeup that I'm super stoked to try and used yesterday. I used some of it, like the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and my makeup was beautiful yesterday. I felt so pretty. All right, so before we hop into the video, I think I'm on year 4 now, maybe, of working with HelloFresh. If you guys don't know who HelloFresh is, which I assume you do after all this time, they are a meal delivery service. They deliver meals directly to your door each week. You can pre-select the meals, and they have all different types of options. They have calorie smart, carb smart recipes. So if you have New Year's resolutions or goals for, different ways to eat, then you have some options here with HelloFresh. If you kind of feel like you're in a recipe rut, they have tons of meals to choose from each week. And I have found some of my favorite dishes with HelloFresh, and I tend to recreate them after I make them. I've recreated them multiple times. You can also increase your HelloFresh servings. So if you want to have leftovers so that you can have lunches the next day, you can do that as well. Also, the packaging that HelloFresh uses to ship your food in is already recycled content. We personally love it because it's things we don't have to think about each week. We have meals that we know are going to be delicious, nutritious, they're well balanced, and we don't have to meal plan. I have a really hard time thinking of new meals and things that I'm wanting to feed myself and my child, and there's a lot of already brain capacity being used for other things. So it just removes one of those for me. It's just really nice to have the food delivered, and I just know that we have good meals. All right, this is my first burger I think I've ever had from HelloFresh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
All right, bon appetit. And it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yum. If you guys are interested in checking out HelloFresh, you guys can click the link in the description of this video, or you can go to HelloFresh.com and use code RawBeauty16, and that will get you up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts. And I thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring the beginning portion of this video and for continuing to partner with me for the, I believe, 4th year in a row. I mean, it's been a huge lifesaver for me, especially as a new mom. It's been really nice to just like have one less thing that I have to think about. So, all right. When I was doing my declutter video, I talked about the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. and somebody had commented underneath my video saying that a lot of people use this wrong. She was saying that a lot of people use it as like a setting spray, but really it's more of like a I didn't get a chance to do my skincare today mist, and you can use it all over your face like before makeup, or if you just kind of didn't get a chance to do your skincare that day and you just wanted to have like some more hydration. And yesterday I used it before my makeup and I really liked the way that it looked a lot. So as you can see, my face is wet right now with the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, but it stays this level of shiny. This is how dewy this bitch really is. I'm telling you right now. It's crazy. So this is the foundation I'm gonna use. Like nothing's really that different. It's MN2 from Pure Cosmetics. And this is a brush I'm actually gonna use. It is the Smith 130. This is what I used yesterday, and it just really like spotted my foundation instead of like going all over my face. And I really liked the way that it looked. It didn't feel heavy at all. So I put a little dab of that down. I'm taking a little bit of the foundation on the tip of my brush, and then I am just going to like take it down here on my blemishes. Dude, this one right here, that was a zit. This one right here, I had a hair in my face and I could see it under the surface because it was like dark in there. And I was like, oh, I gotta get this bitch. I literally dug tweezers so hard into my skin that I created a bleeding blemish. Like, Kristi, stop. I can't stop with the skin picking. It's so bad. I've gotten a lot better at a lot of other areas, but my fingers, dude, look at this. I can't stop skin picking. Like, look at my thumb. It's so bad. When I have nails on, when I even get like a manicure or something, I am way less apt to pick my skin, but yeah, dude, it's so bad. So you see how very little foundation I'm using. I'm going really light about it, like less than a pump, or I'm trying to do like half a pump on my whole face, really like spot dew, and it makes such a big difference. I really have been liking the way that it feels to do way less makeup on my skin. Eyes, I can still do whatever I want, but oh man, I was talking about this in a recent video where it's like such a pet peeve of mine when I see people, and you can do whatever you want, wear as much makeup as you want, do whatever you want. I couldn't give a shit if I tried, but it is still a pet peeve of mine when somebody on social media, and I know that it's all for fun and clicks and shit like that. Everybody gets clicks for a reason, and I did the same thing. Like, I am not immune to using shocking faces and shit like that for clicks. You know, you do what you gotta do. I don't really do that anymore because I can't be bold. But there are people on social media, I see this all the time, and I know that it's like a trend and shit like that right now. I know. But it's the trend of like putting an unfathomable amount of foundation and primer and concealer on for these videos, and then like doing like one of these little head turns at the end, and then your makeup is fully on and you look like a flawless ass bitch, and everybody watching is probably like, damn, that's how I need to do my makeup. I can not only pretty much guarantee you, but I can guarantee you that does not look like that in person. Like, absolutely not in any way, shape, or form does it look like that in person. There is a zero way that you can put on the thickest layer of like foamy primers, 6 different foundations, 2 different concealers, highlighting, cream contour, cream blush, and then look the way these afters do. It's just not possible. It's literally not possible. I've done makeup. I know what it looks like. It does not look like that. And it is just such a pet peeve of mine when I see these filtered afters, because it looks fine, but it, like, I've seen, you know, I've gone to events and people wearing a lot of makeup. Fuck, I was wearing a lot of makeup. I would do like 4, 5, 6 pumps of foundation, and that's fine. What bothers me about it is when they try to make it seem like this is the after you can achieve. Dude, that has such a filter on it. If they turned the lights down and got in really close to the camera, like, this is 1 pump of foundation on normal human skin. Less than 1 pump. Without the lights turned up really high, it kind of looks like a little texture, you know? It's regular human skin. But what's crazy about it, you pull the camera back, you turn the lights up, and then you toss a smoothing filter over. It's crazy how much better it can make things look. And it makes it seem like you can get that result with that much makeup. You certainly should not try to put that much makeup on. It'll, first of all, not look that great, but it'll feel so bleh, cakey. You can do whatever you want though, I will say that. It's just makeup, it washes off, it's not that deep. Who'd honestly care? This squeaky ass chair is gotta go. So I'm gonna put some concealer on in a minute, but this is the Makeup by Mario Light Medium. And I am gonna put a bit of this on and blend it in with my same brush. I did a full video on these if you guys are interested. I'll link it up here. They blend out so nicely because they just are such a sheer coverage. I've kind of just been using blush lately, not even going in with much of a bronzer, just like almost, I've seen a lot of people do this where they contour their face but with blush. And I will say that just using a blush is really beautiful. Like, most days that's what I do. I will do my foundation and my brows, my lashes, and then just a blush and a lip gloss. It's really pretty. Is my kid still sleeping? There is no way. It's almost noon. Yes, he is. Some days, half-hour nap. Today, slept till 8:30, taking a 2-hour nap. You know, you just can never tell with these kids. You can't predict anything. Yesterday, he woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and refused to nap all day long. Okay, now I need some concealer. The Hidden Corrective Concealer. I think I've tried it once before, but it's in a little stick, but I'm kind of liking stick products these days because they're real creamy. Maybe this will be nice. I'm kind of liking it. It's crazy how, you know, preferences and stuff like that can change so much. Kind of feels heavy. Stick products can sometimes be like that because they have to stay really emollient in order to stay cream, you know what I mean? They're not like a liquid product that you're going to put on and then it's gonna dry down. They stay in this really movable formula. I don't know how I feel about it. What do you guys think? Looks a little greasy. It almost feels a little greasy. I have like a brush fiber. This brush is kind of shedding quite a lot. Maybe I'll take a little bit of a translucent powder and like gently set my under eyes. Let me see up close what this looks like. Oh, that's not bad. It's way better. Look how shiny it looks and how like emphasized texture. And then when you put this powder on, it makes it look so much better. Wow. Okay, powder it is. Take actually a little floppier brush to put the powder on. Wow, what a difference that makes. I'm not really liking the way this Mario stuff is looking on my face today. Maybe I just didn't blend it well enough because that brush was too small. I think it'll all pan out, but I'm gonna take a bigger brush. I'm gonna take my IT Cosmetics Love is Foundation brush and just kind of buff over that. Okay. That's looking good. I'm gonna do my brows now, and so many of you guys have been asking, like, what are you using for your brows? This is the ColourPop Feather Effect Brow Pen, and I used this in a first impressions video not long ago, and it is great. I didn't think I would ever, like, find a new brow product that I liked as much as my brow stamp from Mad Love, but you know what? This is fast, and I get a lot of compliments on my brows when I use this product. My sister complimented my brows and was like, dude, they look perfect. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Because I very rarely feel that way about my brows. It's also really easy to wipe away if you mess up. Like, I messed up just multiple times, but it's just kind of easy to fix your mistakes before it dries down. I just tend to kind of do some flickies in there, not super thick, just kind of like that. And then I take my finger over it to sort of tap it in. And that's kind of what I've been doing for my brows lately. I even take my foundation brush or my concealer brush and just sort of really tone it down. This is the color medium brown, yeah. And I really like it. That's what I've been doing for my brows. Easy peasy. So I watched the movie Encanto. There's no spoilers. Don't worry, I'm not a spoiler person. I actually hate that. I like going into movies with no idea of what they're about, and I had no idea what it's about, and I thought it was okay. I think people really hyped it up for me. It was like, it's the best movie you're ever gonna watch in your entire life, and you're literally gonna cry, and you're gonna die, and you're gonna be like so sick because it's the best thing you've ever seen. I thought it was pretty cute. I really liked it, but somebody said the words to me, better than Coco. And I was like, that's a big statement. That's a bold statement, because Coco is my favorite Disney Pixar movie, hands down. It is the best one, if you ask me. There's something about it. We also watched Onward. I'm not much, like I said in a recent video, I'm not much of a new movie watcher, but Disney Pixars are something I can generally do because they're not gonna like ruin my life. I think a lot of times why I don't watch new things is because I get a little nervous about like, is it gonna be gory? Is it gonna be really sad? Is it gonna be really, I mean, Disney Pixar can be really sad, like Up absolutely destroyed me, but I can generally trust that they're gonna be okay. Oh, we watched Frozen 2 as well. We actually have watched quite a few new movies recently. Frozen 2, I hadn't seen it before. It's only all right. I don't know, maybe I'm just expecting a lot because Coco and Moana were so good that I was expecting all movies to meet the standards of those two. And I don't know, I just kind of felt a little like, no, they're cute. I would never say like not recommended. Oh, we watched Luca too. I was not actually watching that one though. I was doing something else while that was on and Zach was watching it with my niece. And I don't know. Maybe I need to sit down and rewatch that one because I only thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't life-changingly amazing. Like, some Pixar movies are so good. Like, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story 1, 2, 3. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet either. WALL-E, Coco, Moana. Like, all those are so good that I was like, oh, these are gonna be, like, life-changing. And Encanto was really cute, but I don't know. I guess I actually predicted exactly what was gonna happen right before it started. I got it on the nose. So how did you guys feel? I thought it was a really darling movie, and I thought it was really well made, and it was beautiful to look at, and I liked the storyline. I just felt like I did tear up at one part at the end, but I don't know. Coco destroyed my soul, like it was in the best way possible, and I was expecting this one to destroy my soul too, and when it doesn't, I'm like, come on.
Editing, Kristi here. Looking real good, but I did want to say I watched Encanto again this morning, and I really liked it. The songs really got stuck with me. I needed to watch it again to know, and you know what? It It's cute. Okay, I really liked it.
So face is where I'm happy with it being at. I'm gonna use Auric Glow Lust in Selenite, just a tad bit. I take it on the back of my hand, just like a little bloop. So very little of it. This will last you literally forever. And I'm just going to do a little highlighter, just a tad bit, just a tid. It's actually crazy when I don't get enough sleep, the difference in my mental state, the difference in my ability to handle things and like my capacity to find things funny or anything. I got an adequate amount of sleep last night, and the night before I did not. And yesterday I was okay, but I was like definitely not doing my best. And today I just feel so much more grounded and normal. It's just crazy what like an extra 2 hours of sleep. It's not even that much more at the end of the day, but it's that much more in my heart. Tell me if there's any topics you guys would be interested in me deep diving on. I've been really into Kendall Rae's channel again. I feel like I go through ebbs and flows with true crime. I went through a time where I literally couldn't hear it, and this was right after my son was born. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't know about it. I couldn't think about the idea of something happening to somebody. I couldn't. And now I'm okay on that. Like I feel that I am to a point where it doesn't absolutely destroy the fiber of my being to hear about things like that, but it is still really hard for me to hear really graphic details and things like that. But I feel like Kendall is so respectful about it that it doesn't hit the same. So I've been really into watching her channel again. I just find different topics like that so fascinating. I'm not going to get into true crime or anything like that. I could absolutely. The market is so oversaturated in that, and I feel like just everybody's getting into true crime right now. And my one bit of beef that I have with it, and I feel like Kendall is so good at this, and this is probably one of my favorite reasons why I love her channel so much, is because she is so unbelievably respectful to the families and to people that are going through this or have been through this. That level of empathy that I see that she has is really admirable to me, because it's like the way that I look at these, I have a really hard time listening to certain people talk about true crime in the regard of like some people make really light of it, and I sit and hear these stories and I think about the last moments of that person or what they've been through, what their family must have been going through. And so when I hear people like making jokes about stuff like that, by the way, I'm using the Milk Cosmetics medium dark contour powder. That's the nice thing is like if the shade doesn't work for you for a contour powder, eyeshadow baby. But I don't know, when I hear people making light about situations or when I hear people making jokes, it's hard for me. Not to judge anybody. I understand that everyone has a different sense of humor and everybody has different ways of coping with things, and sometimes humor is a lot of people's way of coping. And I feel like for me, for a long time that was. Now it just hits too close to home where I think about like, gosh, that must have been really scary for these people, having that be their last moments on this earth. And so I like hearing people just having a tone of empathy in their voice is really important to me. And I feel like Kendall Rae really does do that. And I love hearing about the stories that are either like ongoing investigations, or she does these on her channel called Solved, where it'll be like she'll do ones that are openly still going on and there is no resolution. We don't know what happened to the person. It's like they're missing. And then there are ones where she talks about like the resolution. So you get that closure, you know, and sometimes people need that. I feel like I need it when I hear about ongoing cases. I'm okay a lot of times, unless it's like close to my area, but it's so sad. But I have been really interested in listening to that kind of thing again, kind of branching out into new content. But the whole point of me saying this was that, you know, I have so many different opinions on different things, maybe even just small ones, but we could like add that into a video if you guys are interested at all in hearing. I mean, who the fuck am I? Who am I to say anything, to talk about anything? I have no credentials, but I am just a person with an opinion. I guess that's what that's what we all are. I don't know. I have so many different things that I like doing and watching and talking about outside of the things that I generally do. I will say though, like my main points that I love talking about or doing, the things that I've been loving doing is watercolor. I've been absolutely into watercolor painting so much. And I just bought some gouache, and I'm gonna get into that as well. I have been using it like white gouache on my watercolors, but I just bought a jelly gouache kit from Amazon and I'm very excited because I am going to experiment with that medium. I used to only work with acrylic, and so now, you know, branching out into different mediums is really fun for me because they are all so different. If you've never painted with acrylic versus watercolor, what a difference. I mean, you think it's similar, but the thing is watercolor reactivates with water. Once acrylic is dry, I mean, you can layer and layer and layer and layer, but once it's dry, it's not reactivating with water, whereas watercolor does and gouache does as well. So it's a completely different medium and it feels so different to work with them. Like, it's getting me really excited about trying different things and kind of flexing my art muscle, if you will. I'm definitely rusty, raw beauty rusty, but I like it. Nonetheless, it's really fun to do. That's what I'm gonna do with my eyes. Very simple, but I'm a simple lady these days. Right now I'm just using a little bit of translucent powder to kind of blend all of this together so that it's nice and cohesive and light on my lids. So there's not like a big gappy mess. And then I'm just gonna toss some lashes on, the lashes that I've been loving. These are the Ardell Foam Ink Demi Wispies. And you have the regular Demi Wispies, which I love, love, love. But the Foam Ink are where it is at, my friend. They are so, so beautiful. They really are like a foam ink. They look super tapered and oh, they're just so pretty and they're very comfortable. If you have issues with lashes and you wanna know what a great beginner lash is to start with, this is it. A lot of people ask me that all the time, like I'm not good at applying lashes. What's a good beginner lash? Ardell Demi Wispies, hands down. You'll hear everybody talk about that because they have a really thin, clear band. I have a YouTube video actually explaining in depth how to put on false lashes if you'd like to watch it. And these are just a great one to start with. So if you are new to lashes, I would really say start here. You can get them at Target. You can get them at any drugstore, really. They're relatively inexpensive. They come in like a pack of 4 pairs and they last a really long time. It's not like each pair has to be thrown away each time. You know, a lot of people think that because a lot of people don't realize that lashes can be reused over and over and over, but one pair of lashes, I feel like you can get at least, you know, for lashes like these, you could get at least 5 uses out of, but you know, you can get more than 10 if you treat them really good. They have such a thin band, you can barely feel them when you're wearing them, and they really amp up a look without being overkill. This is what I'm talking about lashes these days, because I'm having a hard time, you know, wearing those big giant lashes like I used to do. This is the look I'm going for, you know, this really soft, pretty, could be my natural lashes if I just had the best lashes in the world. Dude, if I had my kid's lashes. His eyelashes are to die for. So long, so wispy, so beautiful, thick, full, dark black. I couldn't even believe that he was blessed with such gorgeous lashes. Who'd he get them from? I don't know, because neither Zach nor I have like these insane lashes. His are so beautiful. But also he's the most beautiful human that ever existed on the face of this earth, so I'm not surprised. Forecast said it was gonna be sunny and gorgeous all week, and now it's like the foggiest day. I don't know if you can see how white it is outside there here? That's all fog. The weather could not be worse. There's no sun. I don't know what it's talking about. Our forecast has been absolutely dickered, I'll tell you that much. Okay, see, look at that lash. Isn't that pretty? I know it is. I do trim them a little bit, so they come out of the package a bit long for my eyelashes. So I take a pair of these and I just cut about 1/4 inch off the end because I need them to fit my eyes a little bit better, and they fit way better this way. So I do trim them up a little bit. Some people forget to trim lashes and then think that lashes are way too long for their eyes, and they are. Lashes straight out of the pack generally don't work for me if they aren't trimmed. So keep that in mind. You may want to cut off quite a bit to fit your eye shape, and you may not need to at all if you have really long eyes. My kid is teething right now though. He got molar, and then this tooth. So he has now 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 2 molars. And I was like, man, is he teething again yesterday? Because he was drooling and he was really fussy. Look, he's getting 2 more molars at the top. Oh, one after another, this poor child. Wonder what teething feels like. Wish I could experience what he gets to experience. And I know I did. She'll never remember. You know what? That's the saddest part. My niece was talking to my sister the other day and she's just turned 10. Can you guys believe it? She was born when I was on YouTube. Like she was literally, my sister found out she was pregnant, went through pregnancy, and she was born. I've been on YouTube for that long. She just turned 10 years old. I know. If you've been here that long, comment down below. I would love to know if you've been around that long. Anyway, she told my sister, I think I'm just now beginning to remember things. So up until now, it's like all for us. You know what I mean? Like all of the stuff we're doing right now, all of the life we're living, all of the jokes and silliness and tickling, it does matter, but he won't remember it. And that is so crushing for me, dude. Like, so it is just for us, but it does matter in the scheme of his life. But don't you worry. He will know he's loved beyond measure. I tell him about 600,000 times a day, but it's like crazy to think that he will have no recollection of this ever happening in his life, like until he's like 10. My niece, she was saying that, like, I don't really remember anything before this. And I remember, if I think back on my life, it was sort of around like 3rd, 4th grade that I can start to really remember things. So she's not wrong. It's almost like life starts when you're at that age. It's so sad. Why can't we remember? Imagine being able to remember when you were a baby though. That's kind of a lot to remember. Okay, so I just tossed on the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof Mascara, and that is it. Easiest makeup done. And look how glowy my skin looks with having used the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist first instead of using like a regular moisturizer. I just think it looks so good. And I'm gonna kind of like flatten my hair and get that like sort of 70s middle parted vibe. Not 70s, not that it really looks that way, but. And I love this shirt. I got it from Kristi Dawn. I've absolutely loved shopping on Kristi Dawn. They're probably like my new favorite website. They're freaking expensive, but I love the clothes so much. They're made of dead stock fabric. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's made of fabric that like other companies, it's like the runoff or like the waste or whatever from their companies that would just be wasted, but they use it. It's really beautiful stuff. Like I got this gorgeous, and I wear it so often. It's an alpaca long cardigan, really long, goes down to my knees, green cardigan. It's so pretty. I love that because I don't know if you guys have ever felt alpaca wool, but it is so soft. Although I will say this sweater feels more like sheep's wool. I got like these are all like dead stock sustainable fabric. I got boots, these dresses that are really pretty that I'm gonna wear in the spring when it warms up a little bit. But I'm loving Kristi Dawn's website. Not sponsored. Bought it all myself. It's fucking expensive. But I'm just loving the way my makeup looks today. I feel absolutely pretty, and I put makeup on yesterday. I haven't been wearing it a ton lately because I've just been kind of like living life and wearing my hair in a top knot ponytail and feeling kind of like whew. And I did my makeup yesterday, and I said to Zach, I was like, yeah, I need to start doing this every day because it feels so good. I forget how good it feels. I want to look at my under eyes and see how the hourglass stuff looks. It looks pretty good. I would say that my concealer looks a little bit textured, but really not too bad. And I love the way these lashes look. Tell me that these aren't the most beautiful lashes. I know these are like, I think these would be like my go-to forever. These are the prettiest, most natural. I don't feel ridiculous in them. I wouldn't feel weird going out in public with like these big giant spiky lashes. Like I just think that's so pretty, and I'm really, really into the way that this makeup looks. This is like my everyday go-to. So hope you guys liked this video and that it was somewhat interesting to watch and that you guys liked hanging out with me and chatting. And let me know any topics you guys would like to hear me discuss in an upcoming like sit down and have dinner together and just talk about things that have nothing to do with anything that I normally talk about. I would love to do that. So just if you see somebody's comment, like upvote it and I'll see. If it's too controversial, I'm not gonna do it. But obviously I'll kind of go there on some of it because we like screw it, who'd care? So yeah, let me know what you guys are interested in seeing, and I thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely loved hanging out with you guys today and chatting. And again, check out HelloFresh if you guys are interested. I'm gonna have all of the links and information down in the description. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye. Whoop. HelloFresh. HelloFresh. Tatcha. Oh, let me look at my under eyes. That was the melt. That was this, and it didn't break, thank God.